episode 218, Live Basketball Podcast, June 3rd, 2024, 7:30 p.m. Central. If I had changed the time on the episode to 7:30, we would have been on time. So I forgot to do that.
Yep,
whatever.
Failure.
Could have done this episode last week, but whatever. When did this happen? I didn't look up how to pronounce his name.
Kasparas. That's all I know. I'm not going to try to announce that last name. So Jakucionis. Jakucionis.
That's probably not it. I mean, there's a C in there.
Jakucionis. Sorry.
Yeah.
Jakucionis. Anyways. Yeah. So we've been gone for a little bit. I went to Vegas, took my daughter to Vegas. We met Shidewinder out there. Shidewinder, it's nice to meet you. We didn't get murdered by him, so that's always good.
Jakucionis. That
sounds right. Sure.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I believe it was last week sometime while we were there. 6 days ago, it looks like.
My tweet did some good numbers of the stealing his highlight video from what's his face from ESPN.
Good work.
Bardo retweeted.
Yep. Warner, what's up? He says, I think it's Jakucionis. Oh, with a Y? Oh, boy.
I don't know about that.
All right.
Have to check with some people on that one.
Anyways, Illinois lands Kasparas. He's somewhere between 6'4" and 6'6", depending on who you ask, it seems, because I've seen everything. 200 pounds. He's a guard, mainly a point guard, but sounds like he'll probably play the two at Illinois. He's from Lithuania. They already got him projected to be a first-round pick in next year's draft, so Brad continues to get guys that will probably maybe go to the NBA. I was looking up some stats. During the 23-24 season, he played for Barcelona's second team. He averaged 19.2 points per game, 6.6 rebounds per game, 5.7 assists per game, 1.6 steals per game. He shot 48% from the field, 38% from three, and 88% from the line. He just got done playing in the Adidas Next Generation tournament this spring, where he made the all-tournament team and averaged about 18 points a game, 6.3 rebounds, 9 assists per game, and almost 3 steals. So, kid looks good. Illinois continues to get guys that look good. We got to see what happens when they all get together. I think this team is so hard to predict how good they will be. I think a lot of people are leaving them out of the, way too early top 25s because of this, just because, you got to see what the team does on the court. And I don't even want to make a prediction of how good this team could be. People are telling me top 3 in the Big Ten, but was that you telling me that or somebody else?
I haven't been thinking about this team for like a month. I do think that this team is similar to last year in the sense that I think we went into last year not knowing what they would be. But I think the difference is that they don't have a guy returning that is as good as Terrence Shannon.
Yeah.
So that's going to play a factor. I think one thing that we maybe need to pump the brakes on with Jakucionis is the idea that he's going to come over and be able to seamlessly figure it out.
Yeah.
I just turned 18.
I'm pretty sure, like you sent it to me. I texted you and I said, will he start at the 2? And you said no. And I mean, that obviously could change, and he might be really good, but it's just hard to predict what these guys are going to do from overseas and come back. So Underwood said of him, we are excited to add one of the top European guards in Kasparas. He is extremely talented with great positional size. He is an elite point guard in pick and roll and a fabulous passer. He's also a scorer, so he has versatility at multiple guard spots. Kasparas has tremendous experience. He's played against the top international talent in Lithuania and Barcelona, and at his young age, even made the EuroLeague appearance. He has trained with older, proven players for years, which has allowed his game to flourish.
I think one other part of this with him is I think he played 2 games in the EuroLeague. I don't remember if that was the case or not, but this
Oh,
is
you had a
kind of
whole
like
spreadsheet on this guy.
I was working on it, but sidetracked. I'd rather play golf. He's a guy who I think is kind of like a higher end Moretti, just because I think if there was going to be a backup point guard on this year's team, it would have been Moretti, right?
Yeah.
So I think if he's not a starter and if he doesn't play the 2, he'd be really good in a bench role at the 1 to start the year. It depends on what they have at the 2. I'm not sure. Like, is DGL and Boswell? That's not a big enough backcourt, even though you have a ton of size elsewhere. I guess it could be.
I feel like he kind of has to start at the 2 right now with the team they have.
The big difference you have between obviously Braden Smith is really good and lawyers, whatever, but like you do have a 6'2", 6'3" backcourt with Boswell and DGL. Like they're way more athletic.
Yeah.
And Boswell, I think will grow and be better at Illinois than he was at Arizona. But they're making up for a lot of that with having the amount of size they have elsewhere. With Hummerkaus and Evistich and all these really hard names to pronounce and Rogers is back and Trey White is, you can't forget him. Kerry Booth, can't forget those guys, even though I almost did there for a second.
Do you think Booth gets a lot of time this year?
I think he gets like Dane Danger minutes, like whatever that number was last year.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think all these guys can come here thinking they're going to play big roles because there's a lot of different. This is going to be a weird roster. It's going to be a roster that's probably not flashy enough to be in the preseason top 25, but it probably should be.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. David Nickel slots. We played all the slots. I don't discriminate. Scheidweiner, what's going on? It was great meeting you, man. Thanks for the coffee and taking us to the best casino in Vegas. So. Bootzilla, what's up? Drew, heard any other new news on Will Riley? We're going to talk about him in a little bit. We don't have any crazy news or anything, but I put this on here. Moretti, I know that we have been doing the Wednesday night lives. For the people that just listen to us on the podcast, I guess that we probably need to just mention this. Moretti did commit to FAU. I had some people asking me just kind of out and about where Moretti's at, what he's doing. If you guys are, I don't know if we're still going to do the Wednesday night lives, maybe we will. But if you are just listening to this, follow us on YouTube, subscribe. And we've been doing Wednesday night, kind of just chatting about different stuff, other Illinois sports. So
it's the replacement for the extra content replacement for the Patreon that's
right.
dead.
That's right.
Dead Patreon. R.I.P.
Ethan killed it immediately. Actually, Hinkle made him kill it.
I mean, who has time, really?
Not you. All you want to do is play golf. Maybe you can start it up in the winter.
Yeah. You got to take advantage of the summer.
Absolutely. When we do episodes 3 times a week, that's when you should do it.
Boom.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, Moretti, who cares? Coleman has withdrawn from the draft. He took a shot at the Inquirer. Because the Inquirer said he wasn't on any draft boards. On Twitter, he said, quote, couple laughy face emojis. This poop emoji is a lie. So Coleman apparently not happy. It looks like he's
worded that post by the Inquirer.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Have you seen him on any draft boards?
A few. I mean, I don't think the information he's looking at is what they're looking at.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, he probably has better information, but what happened to I'm 100% committed as long as I'm drafted, blah, 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 blah.
Did he say as long as he was drafted?
He saw, what's his Osabar make $2 million, and he's like, I'm coming back. Anyways, it looks like he's been trolling on the Twitters, having fan bases Venmo him money. And whoever Venmos him the most, he'll go there. I don't know if there's any talk about who's talking to him or anything. I haven't heard anything. But, yeah. All we know is
Carolina.
All we know is he's not going to be an Illini. So.
Which, it's going to suck seeing him in another uniform. But, I don't have a problem with Illinois going in a different direction, especially with the fact that it was a close call whether he came back or not last year. And it's kind of it's so insane to me that he comes back, has his best season, and in a worse draft is somehow not going to be like a early second guy. Like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah. Because like we've said before, he has the body and the skill set to be an NBA talent. I mean,
he was also dominating the combine game.
Yeah,
domination.
MVP of the combine. So
I don't know what they're looking for. Whatever. This draft stinks.
Yep. Speaking of the draft, Terrence Shannon's draft stock apparently his court date's like next week or something to kind of start that process. From the ones I could find, I know you're going to tell me that ones I find all suck. So anyways, Bleacher Report has him at number 14 going to the Pelicans via the Lakers. NBA DraftRoom.com has him undrafted still because of legal issues.
Trash.
Tankathon.com has him 24th to the Knicks.
Trash.
And Sports Illustrated has him 13th to the Kings.
What is that? AI? Yikes.
13 to 25-ish.
Him in New York would be interesting. I don't really know how he fits there, but
where do you have him going?
I think he'll go like 35th.
35th? You think he's going to fall that far?
Yeah, I think the whole process is a joke. That trial, if it lasts more than a week, I would be pretty surprised, given what we know publicly right now.
Sounds like it's going to take 2 days to get jurors, 2 days to hear testimony, decision made. So,
well, they can drag stuff out, you know.
Sure. I mean, those are obviously business days too. So,
if you went 30, oh, what the hell? I was looking up the ESPN mock. ESPN has him going 35th. I didn't even look to San Antonio.
Really?
How about that? Yeah. It's telling me I have to subscribe to ESPN Plus. I already do, guys. So, you know.
Trying to take more money from you.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think Shannon's going to be a good pro unless he gets stuck in a situation where he doesn't really get a good opportunity. But I mean, Io survived being on the Bulls, so that's not easy to do. And I think maybe there's a chance that like a team in the 20s, say, you know, the Knicks could make sense there. Maybe the Wizards are a pretty desperate organization. They have the Clippers pick at 26. Maybe Denver does it. Denver likes guys who can win in college. I mean, they drafted Christian Brown a couple of years ago out of Kansas, who won a title. The Jazz could use some upside. I think Shannon could also be in a situation where teams that are trying to win now want to plug him into it because he's 23 years old. And he was the best player in the NCAA tournament for the first 4 rounds. Yeah. So, or first 3 rounds, I guess. You know, the 4th round, the Elite Eight wasn't so sharp, but it was against UConn. Like, I think the Celtics at 30, ESPN has them taking McCullough. I can see them taking Shannon there. 23 years old, can play play a 2 or a 3 spot. Really good defender, elite athlete, can shoot. So hopefully he goes in the first round. He should, but you know, the whole process is a sham in the NBA draft.
Yeah. Yep. And then last thing, I mean, this is gonna be a quick one. Ethan said 20 minutes. I doubt we get it done in 20 minutes, but 5-star Will Riley was visiting Illinois today. He did tweet a picture of Ubin, whatever it's called. He is a 5-star, according to 247 Composite, number 16 nationally, number 3 small forward. He's 6'8", 180 pounds. This kind of came out of nowhere. Antigua apparently got him on campus. 247 doesn't even have that he was visiting Illinois. He visits Kentucky Tuesday, tomorrow, and he visits Alabama Thursday. His top 5 was named on April 24th, which included Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, Kentucky, and going to the NBA. So this kind of popped up, quickly, and they got him on campus. He could reclass to 24, according to a lot of people. He is the number 10 player on threes new rankings. So this kid is really good. Really good.
Yeah, I don't I don't love his shot.
Yeah.
I think they could develop some stuff. I mean, he did have a 42-point game with 19 shots. So that's pretty good. But the form on some of these threes, I'm not loving.
Yeah.
However, I think he does a lot of other things well. I think he's a very good fit for an SEC team. But if Illinois is going to continue to try to operate like an SEC team, then it could make sense. I think Alabama, right? You said.
Yeah.
So yeah, Alabama, Kentucky makes sense. Yeah. I don't know. I think a lot of times, especially now, since Illinois actually has a chance to get 5 stars, I think we need to probably look a little deeper on these 5 stars, because sometimes it's just when you see the term 5-star, you're like, oh my god. But yeah, I think it would obviously be a really good addition. I think it's more long term than some other 5 stars are. Like, he's very skinny at that.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't have much weight on him. I guess my worry, like the reclass thing, always scares me. But because I don't think a guy that's thinking about maybe going to, the G League or something out of high school really wants to come to Illinois to, sit the bench. And so you're going to throw a 18-year-old, 17-year-old out there. Illinois, I mean, they're going to have some young guys, they're going to have some old guys. So I wonder how much time he can get coming to Illinois.
I mean, Shaden Sharp reclassed to Kentucky for the second half of that season and then never played, and then just went to the NBA.
Yeah.
So
I guess it doesn't matter that much, does it?
Well, it depends on how good you are.
Because they would take him out of high school if they could.
Yeah, Shaden Sharp was, probably a bit of a different level than this player out of the class,
I did NBA draftroom.com trash. I know scouting report on him said at 6'8", possibly still growing with good strength, twitch, and agility. He's tough to handle one-on-one and is hard to keep out of the lane. He's a good finisher who uses his size and strength in traffic and can score in a variety of ways. He's got a good-looking outside shot with solid mechanics and a smooth.
Maybe I didn't watch enough.
But needs to put better rotation on the ball. There you go.
That's what I was seeing.
And there are a number of improvements that college and NBA coaches will be happy to help him make. He's got really good handles and is comfortable handling pressure or breaking down the half-court defense. His handle size, passing vision, and feel for the game are part of what makes him such an intriguing prospect. A better Coleman Hawkins?
So what does he not do well?
It sounds like he's elite. And I'm sure Brad will tell us that if he comes to Illinois. So
maybe I don't know anything about shooting. I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't looked at any of his videos, but maybe for the next episode when he goes to Kentucky or whatever.
He'll go to Alabama. So, he screams Alabama, I think.
Yeah. You're not wrong there. So, yeah, Illinois, they're in the mix for some.
I'd rather have Debance.
Yeah.
Who's visiting BYU, by the way, which is
BYU. Yeah.
Did BYU always have this much money, or was it just like they just started using it? Because they hired an NBA assistant who's the highest paid in the league last year, and now they have the number 1 player in the country for the 2025 class visiting there.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That should be the number 1 target right there.
Yeah.
I guarantee.
I mean, obviously.
I guarantee. Here's the difference between him and other number 1s is that he's absolutely going to be the number 1 overall pick in the NBA draft in 26. Okay. Absolutely, zero doubt.
No doubt.
When was the last time that's happened? It's been a few years, I think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 1 and 2 this year is going to be from Europe, right?
Yeah. Last year, obviously, Wembanyama. I mean, Anthony Davis, 2012, I think was number one. And there's obviously some guys who were like, top 3. I mean, Boncaro might have been number 1, now that I think of it. That'd be a pretty bad look for me.
What's new?
Yeah, fair. Okay, no, Chet Holmgren was number one. Thank God. All right, we're back. Cade Cunningham might have been number one, actually, now that I think of it. Literally the next year. Yeah, anyway, that is Zion as well. No, Zion wasn't number one. Never mind. Anthony Edwards was number one. Okay, never mind.
Are you okay?
Whatever. I'm just talking about the last 2 years.
It hasn't happened for 2 years. Good work.
There's a lot of examples. Yeah. It's different now, though, I think. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. I got 2 more things. Mike, the Mongolian from wherever the heck he was from, he committed to Utah, so we don't have to worry about him coming to Illinois. And then also with the On3 rankings that came out today, Jeremiah Fears dropped from 26 to 59 in the new rankings. He just made Team USA. I think he's playing tonight, maybe right now. And he's had a pretty good spring, summer. So I don't know what that's all about. But
I think the problem is that you're looking at On3.
I mean, they were the ones that put out something today. What am I supposed to do about it?
Well, they're pretty well-known trash.
Yeah.
They tricked you, I think. They are. I mean, nobody likes On3. They stink. On3 had like, don't they have like, they had something outrageous last year. I can't remember what it was.
I don't know. Well, they got Riley at 6 and
yeah, they're too high.
247 has him at 16. So
I think he's more like, 13, 14 range.
Right in the middle.
Yeah. Well, a little bit.
Average amount.
Closer to 247.
Jay says, never thought Illinois would have got outbid by BYU for Igor. Yeah, where you didn't even talk about that in your BYU rant. We don't even know if that's true still.
No, he did.
He already went?
I think so.
How did I miss that?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
QC Mark says this whole new approach with the portal and overseas players sometimes concerns me about how these guys will play as a unit. Yeah, that's kind of my biggest thing. Like, it's kind of hard to, I don't know, have any grasp of what this team's going to be. So it'll be interesting.
That's fair.
But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of all we got. If you guys got any questions, you want to ask any questions, we can hang out for a minute. But I've always laughed with recruits who come to Illinois. They usually lose a star. I got to say, it's got to be hard to get kids to come to Champaign, Illinois in 0-degree weather in the winter.
It's not
I wouldn't want to do it.
I
wouldn't want to do it. Oh, also, shout out to our local high school softball team, 4th in state. Congratulations, ladies. What?
Nothing.
You think those people you don't think people from around here listen to us? I got a story.
Unfortunately, I know they do because way too many people talk to me about it, and it's enough. Jeffrey's GEL, by the way, not JEL.
That was from so long ago.
That was 20 minutes ago, 7:33.
I know. I was just surprised that you didn't say it then.
This one's the same time. This was sent around the same time. What do you think of this?
I have missed on. Tim Anderson says this team is better than last year's. More pro sort. Yeah, I think that this team has a lot of guys that can make it to the NBA.
Yeah, I don't think they
do. I don't know. I mean, like Colorado's had a bunch of guys that are going to go to the NBA this year.
I don't think that they're going to be as good of a college team as last year, but I do think they have more NBA talent or future potential NBA. I mean, you look at Booth possibly,
and that's the
Jakucionis.
thing. NBA is a lot on young guys developing into NBA talent. So
yeah,
you get those guys early in college. I don't know if it transfers the same, but I mean, I'm excited. What are we supposed to do? Like we're just until that first game. Oh, and also I think Goodbloom tweeted
February 22nd, right?
Duke, Illinois. Yeah, February 22nd.
So no Jimmy V Classic. They're just going to play MSG against Duke. That's fine. Illinois owns MSG. They're going to get smoked. Whoever's guarding Cooper Flagg's going to put him in a torture chamber. It's going to be a good game. I don't know if he's going to play the 5 for them or not. So I don't know if it's going to be Vicic guarding him or who would be
Mason Gillis.
Humrickhouse can't guard him.
the difference between a player rated 1 and rated 20 out of high school usually gets inverted by the time the NBA draft happens. Yeah, I think it's hard to rank. I mean, there's obviously you can see talent, but after you get through the first 10, I think it kind of gets a little tougher. Bootzilla says Booth, White, Igor, Caspi, Boswell all have NBA talent. Caspi, is that what we're going to call him? Caspi, the friendly Lithuanian?
I would say I would actually counter that entirely
Okay.
and say that Humrickhouse and Ivisic have way more NBA potential than most of those guys, especially White and Boswell.
Yeah.
Like Humrickhouse's profile last year matches up with really good NBA guys. Cam Johnson, Trey Murphy. So that's one thing. And then I also think that Ivisic has it because he can stretch the floor and do different things as a 7-footer, has a good shot.
Yeah.
And is obviously his brother is viewed as a future NBA guy as well. I think they're kind of similar in some ways. Trey White, I could see it maybe. I don't know. Maybe because somehow useful in the NBA. Who knows?
Ethan hates him. So
No.
Jay says, I think I have the same expectations going into this year. Like last year, I think I thought a 5 through 7 seed in the NCAA tournament. You give me 5 through 7 right now, I'll take it. That's how I feel. Embrod says, did you get the post about the NCAA saying 2019 missed games, get another year, and nobody is saying anything about Damask? Apparently, the rule is if you sat out because of the transfer rule. So if you missed the year because of the transfer rule, you can come back and play. So you get an extra year. That's it. As Damask doesn't fall into that. So Kentucky has lots of NBA talent. Ask Oakland. Hummer could be a sneaky NBA talent.
I think he's more than sneaky.
Bootzilla forgot that you hate White. I mean, White.
Add an S to that. Yeah, I agree. No, I mean, Trey White. I don't know. We'll see. We're so long from that. That happened so long ago. I'm gonna forget he's even on the team.
That's true.
And if he starts, I think we might be in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think he starts? Could he start at the 2?
Oh, jeez.
He can't shoot, right?
No, he can. It just doesn't look good.
Okay.
And I haven't seen any defensive tape.
Yeah.
And he takes a lot of hard shots.
Played for Louisville.
And before that, he played for USC. So a couple, not great coach. I mean, Enfield's okay, but Kenny Payne, really bad coach. A really bad team as well.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Bronny James probably getting drafted before Terrence Shannon Jr.?
Yeah, I mean, that's the process. That's how it is.
It's the process. All right.
I think the Lakers are probably desperately going to grab him at 17, if I had to guess right now.
I had last thing I saw, they were passing on him.
No, it's a smokescreen. The Suns and Lakers are messing around right now, and the Suns aren't going to take him.
UConn has lots of NBA talent, and they won the title. Ask every team.
Yeah, UConn's got only 2 NBA guys from that team.
Isn't it kind of late for a kid visiting today for reclassification?
It's almost late.
No idea. I mean, do you think that's the only way Illinois can get him? Is if they say, we'll take you this year?
If that's the case, and I hope they say no.
Yeah. It's kind of my feelings.
That.
Kind of my feelings too. But yeah, Illinois is still doing work, still picking up guys. We will be back Wednesday, maybe. Are we doing Wednesday night?
Sure.
Lives?
Are you good with Jakucionis?
Do you have to work Wednesday?
No.
Okay.
Are you good with Jakucionis over Yegor?
I think so.
Okay. I don't like losing guys to BYU. That's annoying.
That's true.
But he could end up being a bust. Who knows?
David's mad that you didn't like his quip of the year.
I don't know what it was.
I assume it was this.
Yeah. I mean, Kentucky was a 3 seed, so that was kind of a one-off thing, you know. They had John Calipari coaching him. He stinks. Speaking of which, didn't DJ Wagner end up at Arkansas? That was another guy that Illinois fans were talking about. Would have made a lot of sense. Definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep. So, anyways, don't forget, subscribe, like, do all the things. Again, if you are listening to this on one of our many podcast forms, whatever, Spotify, Anchor, Apple, whatever, if you're listening to that, go subscribe to our YouTube. We're doing live Wednesday night shows around time we're going to do them now that you're not working.
7.
Around 7 o'clock. So come hang out with us for that. Ethan will be drinking a high noon this week. So
It's great.
For show. You can fill it up with water if you want. So
what are we sponsored by him? I mean,
Bootzilla, see you in a couple weeks. Where's Bootzilla going? He's not hanging out Wednesday night? It's fine. Whatever, Bootzilla. Whatever.
Yeah, we can talk about the U.S. Open qualifying today on Wednesday.
Yep.
Just saw Cam Davis beat Adam Scott in a playoff. So Adam Scott not going to be in the field.
Man, that really breaks my heart.
Pioneers number 2.
Bootzilla, we'll be back Wednesday night. It's literally 2 days away.
You and Bootzilla have a rivalry. Well known.
Anyways, yeah.
Hey, we're good here, yeah?
Yeah. Las Vegas.
That's such a tourist thing to do.
My wife made me wear it to the airport. And so we all bought shirts. And she's like, we're going to wear them to the airport. Be those people. And then they both put on hoodies. And I looked like a stupid guy with a Las Vegas shirt on. So
that's tough. That is tough. Yeah, we'll be back Wednesday, and then I don't know the next episode.
Yeah, probably a month from now. So
who knows?
But we'll still be around Wednesday nights if you guys want to hang out with us.
All right, Super Day Wednesday. Goodbye.